Hello everybody! Something very different for the channel. I know you're probably going, what the fuck is going on here? But I placed second at my local OTS tournament, which is like a bigger event for us here in my small town, at a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. So I decided, why not? Let's do a deck profile of what I used, what I came second with. I know this is very different to what I normally do, and you can flame me for as much as you want, but I was proud of how I, went and just wanted to do something different for the channel. But anyway, I'm not gonna blab on for much longer. We'll get into the profile because, that's what you're here for, or not, I'm not too sure. So anyway, so we got triple Fenrir. I did play Kashtira, so this is what I am playing for the most part this format. This was obviously awesome. Fantastic at going second as well, clearing boards, as you do. Unicorn. So this guy is the best Kashtira in the deck, but he performed extremely well. I got rid of his Striker Dragon. That's the best thing. Getting rid of the one-ofs in the extra deck is like unfair. Anyway, so we have triple Rise Heart. I opted to play 3 because this guy, I kind of just want to see him in those hands where you don't open the Unicorn or a way to get the Fenrir search. This is always nice. Or if they like interrupt. So I played the 1 Scareclaw, the 1 Telements Kashtira, and the 1 Ogre. Now, going forward, I think I played 2 of this. This didn't really come up. I tried milling something at one point, trying to, overextend, and it ended up doing nothing. I think I milled like a Book of Moon or something. You'll see that later anyway. And for some hand traps, played Ash Blossom, Joyous Spring. Just, I think the best hand trap this format, especially since Branded is just, I think Branded is the best deck. Well, it is at my locals, in my opinion. But yes, Ash is fantastic. Kashtira Theosis. This one specials from deck. It's just too good. Too good. Always play it at 3. Wraithsoth. I don't know why this exists. Just another searcher field spell, And now my favorite spell in the deck, Birth. This one just wins me games. I don't know how to really explain it anymore. If you get interrupted, if they ask your Kashtira Unicorn, 9 times out of 10 I had this in hand and could just normal the Fenrir and everything. It was just funny. Very, very funny. And Prosperity, because we're digging. We're trying to get to every single thing if we brick. And that happened twice. I bricked twice the tournament. To be honest, it was just like, I don't know, just dumb luck sometimes. I opted to play Book of Moon. This one was actually quite nice all day. I found that getting rid of problematic monsters like Telement Rukalos, because people were for some reason playing Telement, that was fun. So I didn't have to deal with that. And I think that was like the only real big monster that I got over with it. 9 times out of 10, it was just sort of a backup plan. I would set it just in case. Oh, and I lost all my die rolls. Genuinely lost them all. I didn't win a single one. Went second every time, and I think that might be the way going forward. Like playing a blind second Kashtira list. I feel it can go first, but there's so many outs for a first turn board these days for this deck. So going second and just breaking apart your opponent's board. I mean, I was lucky enough to open Ash in Perm probably like 4 of my games, and that's just alone fantastic. I played Lance as well. This is just like your Protect the Castle card. If you make a Rise Heart, set this, or they imperm your Unicorn, 9 times out of 10, I'm chaining this down. I actually got double impermed and I still won the game through Lance, which was pretty funny. And then the one-ofs, of course, this was just there because I couldn't think of another card, but this came up so many times. We have a lot of Trap Tricks players and a lot of Labyrinth players at my locals. So this was just nice, and obviously Terraforming is just a beautiful one-off. As for the traps, obviously the other hand traps imperm. I only played 6 hand traps. I mean, it just the deck doesn't really need to play more than that. I feel like it's just fine. And obviously no shifter in the main because it just doesn't do as much as you think it would. And obviously I call them the bricks, but they're really not. This one 9 times out of 10 was just like, I don't know. In my hand, send it off of Scareclaw, proc the Shangri-Era, and go on from there. And then preparations, actually, a lot of people have to read this card. It was really funny. But it is a nice backup plan. Moving on to the extra deck, obviously double Arise Heart, the heart and soul of the deck in my opinion. This thing is just absurd. The amount of people having to sort of try and play around this guy if they had no out to him was just obviously ridiculous. I feel like this guy definitely has to be played at 3 if you are playing the like Rise Heart Pass sort of game plan, which is what I do 9 times I think because I hate playing into Nib. I feel like playing into Nib is just not correct. I mean, obviously it never is correct if they have Nib. If you know they have Nib, don't do it. I just feel like it's just the game plan 9 times out of 10. I know I've said that 1,000 times, but a Rise Heart Pass is just better than anything else you could do. Locking the zones is just a benefit in my opinion. Shangri-Era, not much else can be said. This guy's pretty much the second best thing in your extra deck. Summons 1 from deck. Locks zones. Keep bumping this whole dang thing, dude. Divine Arsenal AA Zeus. The other best card in the deck. There's a lot of good cards in this deck. Self-explanatory. Attack. Summon this in main phase 2. Wipe the whole board. Came up twice. Maybe just playing 1 moving forward, because I was the only pure Kashtira player there at my OTS. Weirdly enough, I don't know why people were playing Kashtira. I don't know if something just triggered them to do that, but I think the pure Cash deck is one of the best decks, and that's definitely what I'm playing for, like my meta deck moving forward anyway. Big Eye, this guy's just great. Summoned him maybe twice, 3 times. Stealing an opponent's problematic monster, or if like you just in the mirror, obviously it does a lot, but I mean I didn't play the mirror at the OTS, but yeah, no, he is just fantastic card. Dracosac, I'll admit, never went into him. Probably could just cut him or just prosperity target usually. This guy won me a game in time essentially. This guy is just awesome at breaking boards. I'd say he is definitely one of the all-stars for the extra deck. And Mind Hacker, I mean, like it's a great card, but I'm not ever really making it because I don't really do the lock zone combo. I did it once the whole tournament. Most times I was just like, I was getting D-barriered and still playing because the deck is just so awesome under D-barrier. Like, I don't think people understand that having big bunguses that have like effects that trigger after effect resolves is just so good. 9 times out of 10 I was doing that, you know, like it's weird. Barrier is a card. And the prosperity targets, of course. I mean, Donna's not a prosperity target, but I just put him there because he's a link monster. Looks pretty. No, but he actually does come up in niche situations where you get ashed and you can like normal and like ash, and then you can make this clear a problematic monster in your opponent's side of the field, and then you free up your zone so you can keep playing. In theory. And then Imtis and Garura, they're just obviously prosperity targets. This one came up a few times. People would have like blowout, like Dark Holes or Regekis, and they just couldn't get over a Rise Heart, which is really funny. Garura never came up, but I just put it on there anyway, and same with Entis. In theory, if you get Ibbed, you can pop the Ib, which is really funny. And you can pop, obviously, cards that are on your opponent's side of the field, in theory, if Rise Heart leaves the field in any way. But yeah, to the side, I don't even think you even need this anymore, personally. It was good against, like, D-Link going second. I did that against D-Link. But not much else to say. It just didn't perform. This performed a lot, though. Lava Golem is just so good. I'm actually considering maining this. It's just, I don't know how this card is not played in the main. I think I need to play it in the main from now on. But yeah, Cyclone, because obviously we have a lot of Trap Tricks and Labyrinth players. Though maybe Twister might be better moving forward. Don't know. But Cosmic Cyclone came up once or twice. Oh, and Flunder, I guess, as well. I mean, I did verse that. Barrier never came up, never sided it in, weirdly enough. And I think I did the same with Judgment. I don't think I need to play this, because Lance is just almost good enough. And also, a lot of people were going into time, and I just did not want to risk halving my life points for time. But yeah. Overall, the deck performed extremely well. There's a lot of things that I want to obviously change and stuff. But yeah, it's definitely a good one. I'm just making it pretty for the camera. My matchups were as follows. FA, yes. Tearlament, Dragon Link, Flunder, and Branded. I lost only to Branded. The player who played it is fantastic. It was a good game, even though I got 2-0'd. But other than that, basically, I think I 2-0'd everyone else except Flunder. That was the other extremely difficult game of the day. But I mean, Macrocosmos for most rogue decks is just too much. But yeah, so I felt like I did okay. It's the best I've ever done at a sanctioned event that was, if you want to call it sanctioned, that was more than, 10 people, 15 people. We don't really have a massive locals at in my town, but I feel like this was worth it. It was almost 30 people. But yeah, I mean, if I decide to do this more often on the channel, I will. But I think having a diversity is always nice. So those people that do like Yu-Gi-Oh! Now know that I play Yu-Gi-Oh! Hey, what's up? If I do this more, cool. I do stream Yu-Gi-Oh! 9 times out of 10 on Master Duel. So if you want to see that, go for it. But yeah, on my Twitch. I will let you guys go. Have a great day. Thank you for watching the deck profile, and I will see you guys when I upload next. I ain't stopping parodies, but I thought I'd do this because it's something different. All right, peace. Where's my... Yeah, woo.